Blue Ox Chapter 305 leaks were released, and boy oh boy, it's time to get excited, guys, because in this video we will go through and break down the true meaning behind why each player is doing what they're doing. Now, I don't know exactly when this video will be released, considering I'm literally on a cruise when I'm writing the script, but I just saw the leaks and I realized I gotta write the script now. This is like 4 or 5 days ago at this point. So basically, in this video we will analyze the chapter to understand why Ego sent everyone to do what they're doing. First off, with our boy Isagi go Ichi. Firstly, I want to go over really quick last chapter when his dad quoted him. This is straight up one of the funniest lines of dialogue in the entire show. Guys are getting clowned by whole bloodlines now. The funniest part about this part is the whole community for a while now is curious on what his parents really thought about his crash out, since they're obviously watching them on live TV. I think mostly everyone theorized they were shocked and appalled, but in reality they fully support his menace behavior. But in the mail, Isagi received CDs, a plane ticket, and a note from Ego. It was at this point we all kind of realized that it was finally time for Ego to give each of them individual one-on-one mentoring, since there's not that many people left, so why not? Isagi's note just says, "Learn soccer, Yuichi Isagi." Kind of vague, but within the box there were lots of CDs on seemingly random moments from different matches over the years, or it would seem random at first until Isagi realizes this is a compilation of game-changing or game-defining moments. Isagi is tasked with the challenge of deciphering these moments down and trying to understand either how to create them himself or how to prevent them from the opposition. The other more odd piece of the puzzle is this plane ticket. Now, as of right now, we have no idea where this is going, but a few guesses can be made. One of the first thoughts in my mind is flying to watch Sai play again. Isagi mentions earlier in the arc that he thinks Sai was using metavision during his match, and that's why he was able to pull off those seemingly impossible plays at the time. But if he goes back and watches Sai play against world-class players, he can better understand his thought process and adapt it to his own playstyle. The other idea I had is watching Kaiser's next match in order to laugh at him and make fun of him from the stands. Okay, so random editor's note here. Something was shown, I think it's for chapter 307, so 2 chapters from now. Apparently Isagi's plane ticket is to Barcelona, Spain, and people said, from what I heard, Blue Ox takes place in 2018, and that's when Messi played there. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's even true or not, but that could be cool. But then we cut back to Barou's letter. If you want to be king again, go there. As we cut to Barou walking into an American football field as we get these Giga Jacks of linebackers waiting for him. I think this one's fairly obvious. In the episode Nagi manga, we watch Barou try to charge into Dada just for him to absolutely not budge at all. Barou is 100% gonna learn how to just absolutely steamroll through people. I just find the idea of this hilarious. Imagine it's like the first play of the U-20 World Cup arc. Isagi gets the ball, then out of nowhere, Barou comes flying in, sending Isagi 80 feet, just launching him. Low-key, that'd be peak. The other thing I saw people saying is maybe it's like, you know, in football they like swerve and like dodge people, but I don't know. I'd rather see Barou just knock people over. Next up, we have our goat Bachira. He walks up to an elementary school. Already a tad suspicious. Hopefully he doesn't show any of the kids his monster. The letter just says, "Learn by teaching. Fuel your childhood." As it cuts to dozens of children flying out the class surrounding Bachira. I saw someone mention how cute it was that Bachira was alone during his childhood with no one to play with, and now all these kids want to play with him. I think the reason Ego sent him here to teach kids is to get Bachira to be more aware of the reasoning behind doing what he does. As of right now, it kind of just seems Bachira is doing things off instinct or pure thought. For example, Nagi was playing off pure instinct, but as he learned more about soccer, he improved by understanding why he was doing what he was doing. The other reason he was given this task is because in a chart showing not mastering something, I remember once seeing that one of the final steps to fully understanding something is having the ability to fully teach it to someone else. So I think it's Ego's plan to make Bachira teach kids to force himself to understand his process more than just relying on his own instinct, if that makes sense. Then we see Chigiri. Throw away your legs and become a fish. This one's just kind of obvious. I mean, swimming is like the most cardio intensive exercise you can do. So if he just swims a shit ton, he'll have giga speed and stamina. Since in the Manshine game, we saw him slow down, even if only by 0.2 seconds, but that gave Kaiser the time to save it. Next up is Imogami. The answer lies in battle. Become the strongest in hand-to-hand combat. Now, when I first read this, I was like, why? I don't know, maybe because when he gets too emo, he can beat up his opposition or something. But then I realized the same way Snuffy uses jujitsu in his ball handling technique, Kunigami can do the same. I mean, if you're gonna be emo, right, and never pass the ball, you may as well get better at ball handling in order to not lose it instantly every time, right? Now, next and arguably the funniest one is Shido. His letter just says, "Before you die, do everything you've ever wanted to try. The cost will be covered by block." Then as everyone's training, we cut to Shido fucking skydiving, bro. This has to be one of the funniest panels I've ever seen. At first, I had genuinely no idea what the point of this was, but then it just clicked. If Shido does everything he ever wanted to do, then literally all that's left for him is soccer. With no outside desire or thoughts, he can 100% dedicate himself to soccer now more than ever. Next up is Ren, and this one made me super happy to see. Take a look at your own ego. Only destruction isn't enough of a desire. And this shit is so true, bro. I've been saying this for a while now. Ren's ego just isn't deep enough, because if he ever was to surpass Isagi or Sai, he would feel more empty than anything else. I mean, we saw the same thing with Nagi when he beat Isagi. We get to see Ren meditating in some kind of dojo as this old fuck slaps him with his stick as he skitsers out. But if Ren can finally control his ego after this arc, his value as a player will skyrocket. First off, if he can find a way to enter his destroyer mode at will, he will already become 10 times stronger. And then on top of that, if he can control the rage state, kind of like, say, Broly in Dragon Ball, he can gain the strength without losing his brain and can stop throwing games. We saw countless times in the PXG game they lost because Ren was blatantly throwing. So if after this arc we can have a Ren who's able to enter his destroyer mode at will, plus not going full monkey, then he will truly be a new level of monster. Now finally, one of our newest best prospects, we cut to Ryo Mikage. His letter says, "You're a special soldier of block. Copy the remaining players and become the master copy. Your path to becoming #1 still remains." We finally get to see Ryo entering his Go era once his boyfriend leaves his side, declaring that he will copy the remaining 22 players within the next 2 weeks. Do you guys understand how genuinely insane this could be if he pulls it off? Just off rip, he already has metavision, some of Rin shooting, and some of Sai's dribbling. Soon on top of that, he could add Isagi's 2-gun volley, Shido shooting, Barou's dribbling in charge, Bachira's dribbling, Hiyori's passing, maybe Chigiri's speed and or golden zone, and Kunigami's ambidextrous abilities, just to name a few. Dude, if Ryo can master something like this from each of the remaining 22 players, he can truly become an unstoppable monster. I am so curious as to what he will do in this next arc. Like, if you look at Kuroko's, Kisei had this ability, but it was nerfed by having like a 5-minute like timer on it before he became exhausted. But we've never really seen Ryo slowed down by using this, so if he can just use them all without any stamina issues, that's gonna be busted as fuck, right? Then in the next page, we see a compilation of all the members doing their own thing. Truthfully, a lot of these aren't too interesting. Karasu seems to just be doing cardio, I guess. Raichi's maybe wrestling. This kind of looks like a wrestling fit, but I don't really know. Maybe like to practice his defense. I don't know. Otoya is doing fucking VR for some reason. Someone said maybe spatial awareness. Maybe he's playing like Beat Saber or something. Kiora is doing parkour, so okay, there's that. Corona's being chased by wild dogs for some reason. Maybe it's to continue having like a hunter style mindset, or like what I thought was how dogs seemingly are able to like switch directions really quickly, because he was shown to kind of be able to do this in match 2 of the NEL arc. So if he can like improve on this, he could be more of a monster. Ryu seems to be doing some kind of martial arts, but I really have no idea what this is. Nanase is practicing being fully ambidextrous, but like, truthfully, who cares about this bum? This is for sure his last round of block. I mean, he's practicing to be ambidextrous, but like, Kunigami already is. Like, you're not better than Kunigami, and that's sad coming from me. And then we have Sendo. Fighting in a fucking war? Huh? Why is Sendo sent to Afghanistan fighting with the sniper rifle, bro? What the fuck? Okay, this has to be the funniest one we've seen so far. The only thing I could think of is he's practicing on improving that striker killer instinct you must have to be a star. Other than that, though, this one really caught me off guard, making me laugh. Like, why is bro in fucking Afghanistan? Truthfully, I didn't even know the leaks were out because I was on my cruise, but I opened TikTok and I just kept seeing pictures of him and like literally sniping, and I was like, what is this? So I was like, I had to check it out. Aiku's over here doing paperwork. Sure, why not? Maybe he's practicing to like be a leader or learning. I don't know. Blind Kimia is, I don't know, doing some kind of samurai training. Make sure to not poke your other eye out, buddy. I have no idea how this will help, but I guess we'll see. Although I did see some memes where people are saying he's practicing his Bankai. I mean, dude, sure, why not, bro? Worst comes to worst, if Sendo can't take out the opposition, we have a Blind Kimia ready to hit them with the fucking Bankai. Bumkaku is training under a waterfall to be a better goalie, I guess. But like, little bro, you are never getting playtime with Goat Maro in here. Speaking of Goat Maro, he seems to be training against a pitcher or a pitching baseball machine. This one makes sense because baseballs come in faster than soccer balls and they're much smaller. So if he's able to get better at reading these, then he will be a true monster of a goalie. Although by doing this training, it kind of confirms he's fully done trying to be a striker, which is kind of sad a little bit, but whatever. Nico's lifting weights, which makes sense since he's literally 5'1", 42 pounds, and he wants to be a defender. A good defender needs to be relatively strong. And finally, my favorite femboy, Hiyori. While everyone's giving it their best trying, he's playing video games, bruh. A lot of people were saying he's doing like maybe like a reaction time practice, but dude, as someone who's played video games for like years, right, playing video games doesn't like make your reaction time better. And if it does, it's like years of playing. You can't play for 2 weeks like some Call of Duty and just get faster reaction time. So I had a decent idea maybe of what everyone's doing, but I actually just have no idea. But yeah, those are all the characters and the new training they will pursue for the next 14 days. Overall, I think this chapter and training arc is peak. I have no idea how much stronger they're going to get from this, but I think they're going to get a decent bit stronger. Let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments down below. Make sure to include anything you think I missed, and yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.